Hey guys, cheers! This is Wanda here. Welcome to my channel, The Americanka. If you're new here, basically I just make a bunch of videos about how much I love traveling in the Balkans. I live here as well. I'm based in Belgrade, Serbia, and today I want to talk about some stereotypes or assumptions, I guess you can call it, maybe misconceptions that people have about Serbia. Oh, crap. Sorry. My favorite football team, Tottenham, is playing right now. It's a big game. Yep, this sucks. Let's get into the video. So I'm going to start this off with a bang, a big stereotype that kind of annoys me, might be controversial, and that is that Serbian women, and I think this is kind of a general stereotype for Eastern European women in general, is that they're kind of desperate to meet some Western guy and emigrate or just have a Western man in their life so that they can like get out of Serbia or whatever Eastern European country. I, over the last few months, noticed that some foreigners that I met here, they kept talking about how they wanted to go to the Splavs and meet Serbian girls, and they were quite frustrated when Serbian girls weren't that interested in them. But one of these guys, who's my friend, he was visiting from the United States, he was kind of complaining that like it's hard to get a Serbian girl to like really hang out with you. And I was like, yeah, dude, like the girls here, they're quality women. They're well educated, they're smart, they're beautiful, they look like supermodels, they're nice, they have morals and high standards. Guys just kind of assumed that they could just show up here and like get a Serbian girl like that. And I think it's because there's a few documentaries I've noticed that you can find on YouTube about like men who specifically travel to, not Serbia, I think it's Ukraine, someone who's traveling to Ukraine to specifically find some local girl who wants to meet a foreign guy who will help her move out of Ukraine. I think a lot of times people just kind of lump all of these Eastern European countries together. By the way, I know plenty of Ukrainian girls who aren't like that either. So I think sometimes a lot of Western male travelers think that they can just roll up here and think just because they're a Western dude that they can just like land one of the girls here. I do find also that a lot of Eastern European countries, including Serbia, are like very homogenous, so people are used to dating what they know, and so I think a lot of Serbian girls like Serbian guys and a lot of Serbian guys like Serbian girls. So if you are a guy coming to travel here because you just are hoping that you can just pick up a Serbian girl at the club and put her in your pocket, I'm sorry to break it to you, it might not be that easy. Okay, so the next stereotype, or maybe assumption, misconception, is that Serbs are intimidating and they might be cold and mean. And I'll be completely honest, before I traveled to Serbia for the first time, I was very intimidated to travel to Serbia. I don't know why, like maybe it's subliminal messaging from like movies and TV shows and the media, but I was like scared that people would be mean to me. Like it's so silly thinking about it now because people here are just so kind and welcoming and so helpful. There have been so many times where like I'm at a store or I'm ordering food at like a fast food place or whatever, and someone just jumps in and they're like, do you need help? Or they're like, do you need me to explain the menu to you? And I'm like, oh no, I'm fine, I live here, you know. But like the amount of times that people just like jump in and assume that I need help, it's like so sweet. It's like people just are so friendly to outsiders and they're so welcoming. So anyway, Serbia, super nice place, super friendly people, smiley, helpful, welcoming. To add to that, another stereotype, misconception, assumption is that Serbia is this place with this kind of cold, sterile culture. I think people think that about like Russia, and I think a lot of people project onto Serbia their kind of assumptions about Russia. So I think really all of these Eastern European countries just kind of get lumped together. But Serbia, in my opinion, is actually more kind of like a Mediterranean kind of culture. You know, it's lively, passionate people living life, enjoying life every day. It doesn't matter that they're not earning like, you know, the salary of people who live in Silicon Valley. They're enjoying their lives, they're going out with their friends, they always have plans, they always have things to do, even on the weekdays after work, you know. They're just always having fun. I actually think American culture is actually more kind of sterile and kind of boring and just kind of lifeless, you know? Oh my God, Gareth Bale's on. Guys, Gareth Bale. Oh my God, he's playing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah, Serbia has a fun culture. The lifestyle's fun. Next stereotype that I find that people have is that Serbs look like Russians. I think this is an interesting one. So to go back to those guys I was talking about earlier, another thing that they said to me is that they assumed that Serbs would look more like Russians. And not to say that all Russians look the same, they don't. I've been to Russia. A city like Moscow is really interesting because there's a lot of different types of people. Crap. Leicester scored again. Oh my God. It's offside. Please be offside. Yes! It was offside. Okay. I think I can be slightly happier again for this video. Okay. So you have all sorts of different types of people, but I think there's kind of a general look. There's a lot of blondes, you know, with very fair skin, and I think a lot of my friends assumed that assumed that Serbs would have that look, like the pale alabaster skin. When in reality, a lot of Serbs have dark hair, they have olive skin. Even if they're a bit like paler in complexion, they still have like an olive tint to their skin. So anyway, super random, not a big deal. I just thought that was interesting that all of my friends thought that Serbs would have that like blonde haired, blue eyes, pale skin look, and it's like, no. Another stereotype, maybe this is more of a misconception that's born out of like ignorance or lack of knowledge. That is that Serbia is like in the middle of nowhere. So I feel like a lot of times when I talk to people about the fact that I moved to Serbia, because they know nothing about it, they can't like mentally place where it is on the map. So they have this perception of like, oh, that's random. Where the hell is that? That's kind of an irrelevant location. And it's actually, you know, an amazing location on the globe. It's like an 8-hour drive from Italy. It's a day trip drive away from Greece. It's maybe 4 or 5 hours driving to like the estuarine coast of Croatia. I think it's like 7 hours driving from Vienna. I think it's like not even 2 hours flight to like an island like Crete or Cyprus. Both trips that I've taken from Belgrade. So it's just such a great location. I love the location so much. That was a huge reason why I was like, I have to live here. I need to live here. So yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say. So yeah, that's going to end the video. I'm going to proceed to watch my favorite football team piss me off. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever time it is. Oh crap. Oh my God, yep, they did it. Oh, this is crazy, just as I said that. That is insane. Like the second I said that, we just got an own goal. Like that's insane. No. God, it's just not our day. Anyway. Okay guys, I'm gonna go cry now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.